Hey everyone, welcome back to Owl Dragon Adventures. I'm Rob McPherson, and this is my solo reaction to Relics of Rajavhira by Joe Slack with Crazy Like a Box. So this is a new Kickstarter that I just got in. I believe the original game came out sometime last year, but then they re-released it on Kickstarter the end of last year, along with the expansion, Mentalo's Revenge. And I grabbed that, and I've been anxiously waiting for it, and it finally just arrived just yesterday, actually. Yesterday or the day before. So I was able to break it out and get it to the table last night and just see what this game was about. So Relics of Rajavhira is a puzzle-based solo game. I've only gotten into level 1 so far. There are 5 levels in the base game, and then another 3 levels, I believe, 30 new levels, with 3 brand new challenges in the expansion. So they break them into these different levels, and then there's playthroughs within the level. There's 10 adventures within each level. So I got through 9 out of 10 of the first level last night, and I think it was enough to just give me the initial reactions. I'm really looking forward to diving into this more. In fact, I'm going to break this out again this evening. But it is a movement adventure game where you have these cubes on the board and you got your little meeple, and you have to push these things around and climb on top of them in order to get to your objectives. Now, the objectives I've seen so far, without getting into any spoilers, is just collecting the MacGuffin, the little gem I'm going for. There's also an adversary, which I have not, or sorry, a nemesis, which I have not seen come into play yet, but it's essentially a blocker. I'm not sure if they move or anything like that. I haven't seen those rules, so I'm excited to find out. So it's a movement-based adventure game, and it's got some really cool components in it that make it a lot of fun. So I'm not going to go through the full, the gameplay accessibility to too great of an extent. I've only gotten 9 adventures in at this point, so the gameplay so far I've been having a lot of fun with. I tend to move a little bit more quickly than I probably should at sometimes, and I forget if I've moved correctly, so I've got to slow myself down. There's certain places that you can push from, and you can never pull a box, so you have to be careful where your meeple can go in order to get those effects. But I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's a really clever little game in terms of that. Accessibility, it took me approximately 30 seconds to figure out how to play this. It's one of those games where the mechanics are super, super easy. It's the puzzle that's the real challenge behind it. It definitely feels, you can see on our Instagram, I have a couple of photos of this already. It's got a great design to it. The crates look great. The meeple looks awesome. The board itself is a 2-layer board. It's got some really good design qualities in it. It feels like you're actually in a temple or old ruins and exploring and getting down into the meat of it. I really am enjoying the game so far. The quality of the components are really good. The value, I think I paid $90 for both of these, for both the base game and the expansion. And I gotta say the value is there so far. I've gotten a good amount of play in it. And I will say by the time I get to the very end, I can probably go back and play a bunch of these at the very beginning again and have no recollection of what the puzzle was for the most part. So there's some replayability to it. But I think even if I weren't to replay it again, then I'll have gotten my money's worth. It's a really cool experience so far. So yeah, I just wanted to do a really quick reaction video just to show what my initial experience was with the game now that I've gotten this recently. And yeah, just kind of pass that along. So have any of you picked up Relics of Rajavhira either recently or through the first Kickstarter? What do you think of it? Does it hold up throughout the rest of the campaign? I'm really hoping it does. And as always, please do give a like and subscribe if you're liking what we're seeing here. If you see anything that is similar to this that I might enjoy, since I am enjoying this, please do leave that in the comments below. And as always, thank you for joining us on our board game adventures.